Hello and welcome to Best Practices video for Kindergarten Two-Dimensional Figures. My name is Billy Joe and today we will be looking at what students should be doing in the classroom during this unit. Two-dimensional figures may seem like a simple unit, but there are many components to this unit that students will need for the next unit on three-dimensional figures. Make sure throughout the time allotted for this unit, you are including like real-world connections, sorting and comparing 2D figures by their attributes and positions. Students will also need exploration time combining 2D figures to make composite figures and make the connections to the attributes of each figure versus the size, orientation, or color. Student learning may include figure sorts based on attributes. Using an example and non-example sort can highlight the attributes of a 2D figure. Students will be combining 2D figures to make composite figures and justifying why and how they built a new figure. Students will be creating 2D figures and using their number knowledge to count how many sides and vertices their figures have. Students should be talking about the attributes of 2D figures and comparing them to identify how figures are the same and different. Students should be using 2D figure names and attributes and making connections to real-world figures that model that shape. Students might say, my Post-it note is a model of a square, or my circle has 0 sides. They can also apply their comparative language to 2D figures. My square has more vertices than your triangle, because 4 is more than 3. The 2D figures in this unit are going to be the attributes of 3D figures in the next unit. Students will need to accurately identify the 2D figures by name and attribute. These vocabulary words will carry over to the next unit as well. They should be displayed on an anchor chart or a word wall with a symbol or picture to help students connect to each word and add them to their mathematical thinking. Time to practice using this language and application of these vocabulary words will be time well spent. Your students might easily say, oh, I have a circle, but can they explain their thinking with the number of vertex, sides, and overall attributes? Students will have opportunities to demonstrate their 2D figure knowledge by using verbal explanations when identifying their 2D figures, by accurately sorting and comparing 2D figures by attributes. Teachers' observation will be a valuable asset tool throughout this unit. Allowing your students to manipulate figures and build composite figures through exploration will allow you to see where their misconceptions may lie. Questioning students on 2D figure knowledge may sound like, what are some attributes of a circle or a triangle? Or how are these figures similar or different? How many vertices does your figure have? Why is this figure not a circle? When students are putting figures together to build composite figures, you can ask, what figures did you use? What figures did you construct? Also, don't forget to question their rearrangement and size of figures reasoning. For example, is this a triangle and if this is a triangle and this is a triangle, why do they look different? This unit is a great way for students to share their 2D knowledge with their families. They can make games out of identifying 2D figures. This is a simple game they can play with an adult or a sibling. Thank you for watching this video today. See you next time.